going at a very early age, and they just come much later in the career when they're trying to play. They don't have that depth. And players of today need that depth. Football has gone scientific. It's advanced. So it's not about just raw skills. But we in Nigeria have all what it takes to be world beaters. We have all what it takes to meet those standards if we give our kids that environment to excel.
Have you been involved in grassroots football development?
Yeah.
Tell me about some of the things you do.
Well, we had academies. I worked with, designed academies where we had to go to grassroots to pick the best. Programs. We had to set up programs for them. And from that program, pick the best out of them. But there was always continuity. Where they have competitions, you go, you pick the best from different parts of the country. Not only in Lagos, but all over the different states of Nigeria. But we pick the best, not because the child is just not that he's just a good player, but you must be an excellent player. And the excellent ones are there, playing day in, day out. So you pick them up and refine them. You start teaching them those things from a very early age. So that's it.
I'm trying to see how we can use former presidents like yourself to... It's a crucial year for football in Nigeria. Yeah. How can we get you guys together and give some sort of counsel or just some leadership guidance to football in this country?
It's no problem. If we're called to do it, it's not a problem for me. And I know a few other presidents, ex-presidents that are also very, very willing to, the past presidents that are also concerned about the state of football in the country. So if we're called upon to do it, of course we'll do it at any given time. That's not the problem.
But do they need to call you?
I beg your pardon?
Do they need to call you?
Oh, yeah. Am I going to break into the system?
You just like...
No. I don't do that. If I'm invited, yeah, sure, why not? I'll do it. I'm always willing to, but it's not, you don't barge into the system and force your way in. It's not done like that.
Let's touch base with women's football. It has brought so much glory to Nigeria.
They're the best.
I know, anytime, any day.
They're simply the best.
But why is women's football struggling?
Number one, I always say, the team that will win the World Cup, the first senior World Cup level, at any given time, in the future now, is the female team. They got the potentials. The only problem they have is the coaching crew. And we keep getting the same type of coaches to work with those girls. When you watch our teams play at the World Cup, the female team, watch them the first half in any game, first half of any game, they do excellently well. But the other nations like Germany, Brazil, what do? They study, they have good coaches, they study our game, the first half, go back, come back there, change everything, and then they win. So if we have a very good coaching crew that can work with those girls, you understand, that are technically sound, because our girls have what it takes, they will be world champions, even in the next World Cup.
Wow.
They got what it takes. So I'm never ever bothered about the girls. They will be world champions. You can't take it away from them. But the problem is that the administrators have to understand what it takes, the type of technical crew they need to get for those girls to be world champions. We should stop dragging our feet. We should be world champions. The girls have it. They're ready.
We'll come back to women's football. Let's just go to social media platforms on Twitter. A.K. Philly said, I'm Mr. Kojo Williams. Is there anything you wish you did differently to tackle corruption during your tenure as NFF president?
No.
So you're saying Danny was perfect?
Sorry?
Are you trying to say Danny was perfect? No corruption?
Oh, no, that was corruption, but that was why I was kicked out. So why are you asking me stupid questions? Excuse me. That was why I said, well, what do you want me to say? Yes, I was kicked out because I fought corruption. So what do you want me to do? Yeah, so it happened, so that's it. I have nothing to say.
So there's nothing differently?
No.
What were you doing then?
Oh, different things. I mean, if you had a budget and the minister is telling you he wants 80% of the budget and he's only going to give you 20% to work, what are you going to do? So, and then he starts fighting you. He uses all his machinery, and he has his directors, and he's all fighting you. And then, of course, you have the board members that have been paid, and then they all gang against you and say, oh, today we're impeaching you. So Please, can we forget about that? That's a long time ago.
But do we still see these things in our football?
Oh, yeah. It's still there. But, you know, you have to give it to the new, the crop of Phoenix board. They've been able to rise above those things. They've done well. You know, the new side, they're working on it. But how long are they going to allow them set the structures, you know, set that structure in place to move on? No, they won't allow them. I don't think they will allow them. But they've done well to a large extent. I must give it to them.
Let's go back, talk about the 2018 FIFA World Cup. The NFF signed a bonus deal with the players, and everybody believes that's a good step in the right direction.
But it's always like that. Other World Cup teams have always had bonus signings. That was one of the problems I had. The bonus, what they signed for the players that went to the World Cup then, the team, they had this bonus signature with them. And so when I came in, I decided I was going to pay them. And the minister said, no, you're not going to pay. We need the money. I said, but this is the agreement. So I told Bonfrejo to go to Switzerland. And we didn't even have a foreign account then. So we had to go and collect cash. And we paid the boys in Spain. And you trust the players. You know, they're mafia. They all called each other and they were in Spain. And we gave them all their money. They were very upset with me. The minister and the director, why did you give them the money? I said, but you have an agreement. You have to pay them. So it's always been there. That's no big deal. Yeah.
Sports Tonight on Channels Television, we have former president of Nigeria Football Federation, Anthony Kojo Williams, in the studio. We're dissecting issues as regards football in Nigeria. You could be part of the show. We're getting loads of messages. Keep them coming on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook channels, I think Sports. Hashtag football in Nigeria. Samuel Albright and I see why people like Kojo Williams will not get to the NFF is radical, and we need people like this to run sports in our country. So if you have a shot again at football administration in Nigeria, will you take it?
Yeah, why not? Why not? If I have a shot, I'll do it. Why? Why not?
What would be topmost agenda for you?
Youth development, you know, grassroots. I don't want to use grassroots, but youth development, radical youth development.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the league. The league has to change.
Youth development and the league. Just stay right there. I was going to let him go, but he will stay right there. Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, more questions on social media for our guests. Don't go anywhere. Stay.